As of recording right now, the election isn't over, but it is looking like Mamdani is going to win. Imagine he doesn't win somehow.
It's the Cuomo comeback tomorrow. We look like fools.
Cuomo's massive in-person last-minute voters is going to come swoop in and take this. No, it looks like Mamdani is going to win. I think at this stage, it was very expected that he was going to win. I mean, he is the Democratic candidate in New York City. I think from a campaign perspective, it seems like he has a lot of boots on the ground support. The number of people canvassing for him was pretty ridiculous. I think it was like over 90,000 people he said were canvassing. Personally, exciting to see it finally come to a conclusion. I've been seeing so much Mamdani media and Cuomo stuff on my timelines. It's funny that like a city's mayoral election could spend so much time occupying my feed as somebody who lives literally across the country.
On the other side of the country.
But I do think this is exciting in the sense of I really want to know how this plays out. I want to see how he fulfills the base promises that he's campaigned on, which primarily have to do with a commitment to free buses, the 5 grocery stores that he wants to open, the freezing of rent on a subset of apartments in New York City.
Universal child care
and universal child care. I think those are the 4 things, though. Those are the things that he really hammers home.
He proposed a tax on the city's wealthiest residents and an increase in the city's corporate tax. This is a proposal. I mean, who knows if that's core part of it. But
my main thing with this,
thing though, right? It's like it's kind of a big moment, especially if this does confirm and he win. It's like
it's gonna be so bad if this episode comes out and he lost.
It's a blowout and he lost by 40 points or something. But I think we've mentioned this. But my first initial thought is, even if there was a couple small things that I disagree with Mamdani on, first of all, he's running against fucking Cuomo. It's like, I feel like people who I've seen, I listen to a wide range of political economic opinions. People who I've seen criticize him, I feel like are not being honest enough about who the fuck Cuomo is and what a low bar that is.
Dude, Trump endorsed him.
Yeah, that was another thing. Trump gave him, I think, honestly, the kiss of death. New York is a majority blue state, and Trump last night gives him an endorsement.
You gotta vote for Cuomo. It's like
that could not have helped in any way. I think I'm excited about Cuomo himself said this. It's like this is a war for the future of the Democratic Party, but he said it in a way where he thought he was
he's not the guy.
Yeah, he's not the guy. Like if that's the case, then I'm glad you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even in the world where Mamdani utterly fails at everything he's promising, right? Either he delivers everything and for some reason it works out badly, or he fails to deliver what he's promising and people don't stand behind him. It's not like Cuomo was going to be the guy who guides the Democratic Party into the light. He is the old-time version of everything that people hate about the party right now, no matter who the opponent is.
100%.
And the idea that he is going to be the one to move the city or the party into the future is insane to me. I think it shows in that even the people standing behind him, like Channel 5 just did a video where they went to a Cuomo rally of support. And every person there basically is like, Mamdani can't win. And they don't like Cuomo.
Like for Cuomo.
There's no guy who's stepping up to the plate and is like, Cuomo's my guy. He's going to be the best. I haven't even in all of the video headlines, I haven't seen the guy. I don't know if that guy exists.
I don't think so either. I have not seen it as well. And so I think that's what's exciting about Zoran more than anything. I agree with you. Like whether or not any individual policy plan works out, I think it sounds simple, but he's young and not corrupt. Do you understand how that's the refreshing part?
The bar's so low.
The bar is so low.
The bar's so low. It's exciting to see. I think there's a support for him that maybe I'm consuming, maybe it's the media that I watch, right? But there seems to be a genuine excitement and support for a politician in a way that you just do not see right now. I think that's why I'm excited and why I really don't want him to fail. Like I have faith in he's someone I would have voted for, right?
Yeah.
But the idea of someone like this stepping up to the plate finally, winning, and then not succeeding, I think is going to be so demotivating because people are just looking for like a trickle of somebody to hope for. And he is that guy right now.
I would say, can I show my screen real quick? There is a book that I read called The Confidence Map by Peter Atwater. He talks about how confidence distills into broader society, not on an individual level, but as groups. And he talks about this way people are broadly seeing the world. On the bottom axis, you have certainty from low to high. On the right side, you have control, how much control you feel. So basically, how confident you are in what the future will look like, and then how confident you are that you can make a change to that, like have control over that. And he says basically recently, especially young people, especially people that are probably prime Zoran voters, people have felt under this middle line of control. Whether or not they're confident what the future will look like, I mean, maybe people feel like here, which is the worst spot to be. They have no idea what the future is going to look like, and they feel like they have no control over it. But even if they feel like they know how it's going to turn out, they feel like they have no voice. He says, historically, when this happens, when enough people are in these areas, they almost have like a fuck it moment. They have like a fight or flight type fuck it, where they jump above this line, usually to right here, no matter what. That's what this feels like to me from people in the Democratic Party. People are just like, they want to feel like they have some agency or some control or some ability to have a voice and change. And Cuomo is not fucking that. Cuomo is the opposite, is the epitome of running it down mid in the same old way.
It is running it down mid. It is.
And I think they're willing to take risks. The biggest risk is doing nothing, I think, in their mind. And that is why he's getting such support. And so what I'd say is you sound worried on whether or not, some of these things work out. I believe based on sort of this map, it almost doesn't matter. He's a beginning of a broader trend. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like saying like the Tea Party. If that didn't work out, then that would have stopped. It's not about that. It is about like they wanted Jeb Bush and Romney out of the party. They wanted to take control, and they did it in their own Trumpian way on the Republican side. It's going to happen here where it's just a new group of people who have had no voice would like a fucking voice. I think you're seeing it too with, we talked about Graham Plattner. Graham Plattner, I think understandably got some criticism and some pushback from revelations about his tattoo and things he said on Reddit. But the polling, especially among younger people, didn't budge. In fact, it increased in some areas because they see it as he is an outside. Like this almost makes him more likable because they want change. I think it's a struggle to regain agency in some way. That's what it feels like.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess my fear, I do think this could be a marker of who is able to gain seats in Democratic positions, no matter what. Regardless of his long-term success, this symbolizes a change that may be happening in the long run for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
I think my fear of him not being successful doesn't even come from specifics of the policies that he advocates for. I think it's this overhanging, I've talked about this way more on the Patreon. It's this feeling that I find difficult to shake right now of there being so much institutionalized rot that even if you come in with the best outlook and the best approach, your ability to create the change that you're looking to create feels so limited. Maybe I'm in the bottom corner of that right now. I don't have the agency. I don't think any person that steps into a mayoral position, no matter what they do, can fight back against the greater trends that are pushing our country or our cities or the world in what feels like a negative direction right now. That's my most pessimistic, fearful POV. That's hard for me to shake. I don't want that to be the thing I spread into the world and have everybody believe around me. I don't think that's good. And I think outcomes like this, where 90,000 people get out and canvass and fight for a guy they're excited about because they want to create change. That is what I want. That is what I think is good. But you have the mind. Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is the mind killer. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I would say if he is part of a broader movement, that is exciting as a bigger trend on its own. And if one person this is a big position of power, but it's not a massive position of power, even if he can't make massive change, I see it as a tide, a bigger shift in a direction of, I would say just generally younger people just claiming more power, finding some way to claw into this gate-kept system of boomers that I feel like exists. That's awesome what I feel like. I feel like there's they've hold on way past the expiration date.
I guess what you're talking about with Graham is an example, right? It's controversy aside, I'll do anything except vote for Nancy Pelosi again. Who's confirmed not running now, I think. But it's just the idea of this old establishment should probably be in a crypt in a pyramid politician just cannot be my guy anymore. It just can't.
Yeah, it just can't. And so that on that level alone, I'm excited for him. Honestly, I really am. I really think there's a broader movement. And he's spearheading, and I really give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Of getting people excited about it and seeing the fact that they could be represented in politics again.
I think another nationally relevant vote that's going to be finishing.